Hello, my name's Kerry Bosworth and I'm the Freedom Speak Up Guardian for Sherwood. So Freedom to Speak Up is a way that colleagues can speak up about their experiences, any concerns they have about patient safety or anything that's really affecting them in the workforce. It might be something that they've experienced individually or something they have seen, witnessed, and want a safe, confidential space to be able to share that. It's there to support and it gives an alternative avenue for people where they feel that they may have spoke up about something before within their teams or to their leadership teams and it's not been actioned, it's not been listened to or not responded to. So they feel that they want to bring it to Freedom to Speak Up and my job is there to facilitate those concerns and get them to where they need to be and to the people that can support listening. So I've been in post just over a year now here at Sherwood and the post is now a full-time post. So that's a really great progression in itself in the fact that I can give more time to people, I can get involved more in promoting and the visibility of Freedom to Speak Up across the Trust. Over the past year at Sherwood, I've been really proud of how Freedom to Speak Up has developed and the support and interest that it's been given by the Trust, but also by people that come along and just have a conversation with me in passing. And I think that's testament to the fact that our culture is moving. We're looking more that Speak Up is about improvement and learning. It's not about blame, it's not about individuals, it's about actually what can we learn from this situation. And therefore that will make patients' experiences better, it'll make us more safe and it makes our workforce more cared for. So over the past year, while I've been involved, we've actually recruited lots more champions to the role. And I need champions in Freedom to Speak Up because that is the representation at grassroots level for all our workers. They're people that do this role alongside their normal job. So they volunteer for it, which I think actually is testament to them to stepping up and doing that. And it means that colleagues can just seek out somebody and have that conversation.
My name's Jason Hollywood Long. I work in training and development. I work with the CURE certificate as a support assessor and I'm a champion for the Freedom to Speak Up. Having been at the Trust nearly 20 years in February next year, when I joined the Trust way back when, the values of the Trust were very important to me and the support obviously for all members of staff and have the confidence to be able to speak up and also voice their opinion on things so things can be a little better for everybody. And there's an understanding going forward that people get listened to rather than not. When the campaign began, straight away I wanted to be part of it because I deal with people when they come the very first day in the Trust. I actually meet with the new members of staff that are coming to work on the wards in different areas. So you're a point of contact most straight away. When they've met Kerry, they also meet me as well. And I think it's important to work with them from day one and get them to feel part of the team, but also if they feel they've got a problem, they can also come forward and speak to somebody who will listen. Being a Speak Up champion is very important, it's very enjoyable. You are helping people on a daily basis. The role I presently do is working with people and learning and training and developing them on a daily basis. The Speak Up role is more to say, I'm here if you've got a problem, or even if you want to share something that's not a problem, but you want to voice your opinion of it. It's knowing that they've got the empowerment to speak to somebody and have that support. I would advise somebody to step forward to be a champion straight away. I've done it for a lot of years, ever since it was enforced into the Trust, and it's a very important role to support others. The more champions there are, the more voices can be heard, the more support we can give.
So this year we've entered the HSJ Awards for the Freedom to Speak Up category. I think because we feel we've had such a good growth in Freedom to Speak Up over the past year. So actually we recognise that we've got more people speaking up than we had the previous year. We've had 149 people speak up last year that have had their concerns looked at and supported. And that's almost double what we had the year before. So we've seen this real progression in being able to enable and empower colleagues to come forward, and that's to be celebrated. We've linked Speak Up with well-being, and we can actually see that we know it's very emotive to speak up. Some people come and it can be very damaging for people when they've spoke up before and feel like nothing's happened or they've not received the response that they expected. And so actually we've done a lot of work with linking with our wellbeing teams So that's Amy Corrin and Sarah now that actually, are actually exploring this with me about how we can better support people in speaking up. And as myself, I know speaking up and hearing people's concerns can be hard, so it's exploring that for myself as well. And I think we've made some really good progress this year, and the feedback that we get from that is that's really helped. Equally as important is every role that anybody does in this trust, directly or indirectly, affects patients. So it doesn't matter what role you do, you will have an effect on patients. So actually, if you're having a poor experience, or you've been involved in something that you feel wasn't what you expected, or the responses were not what you got, then that's going to affect how you perform in your role. And that not only affects you emotionally, but it's about efficiency, it's about performance. And ultimately, at the end of that, there will be a patient, usually, whether that's directly or indirectly, that it may affect. So it's really crucial that we have freedom to speak up, that it's visible, that people know it's there. And that's how it protects patients and it protects our workforce. And it's therefore how we then learn and grow as an organisation. So it's good to get people to speak up. We need leadership at all levels to listen up, and then what we need is the follow-up, and that's the crucial part of the link, the follow-up of what people are speaking about. And I think we are doing a lot of work about listen up and follow up, and that's going through our leadership teams and making sure that people need a response. If they don't get a response, they don't know whether things have changed or they don't know what's happened, so therefore they're more likely to not speak up again. So the follow-up is a really crucial element of freedom to speak up.